Yeah, you guys was really good. So we're talking about being able to disassociate apart, being tight in some places, relaxed in others, and also that connection. You saw what happened as soon as you bent the arm and he pulled, you went, right? So everybody talks about that in Jiu-Jitsu. You hear the word connection, connection, connection. It can mean a lot of different things, right? When we were playing around in the pummeling drill, if I connect to the person with my shoulder, I can move them. If I can move you, I can then take your leg. Okay? It's very different than me just trying to grab on and pick up your leg. You're actually giving me your leg because you're stepping backwards. Make sense? So I need to make that connection so that I can move you. And there are times where you need to break the connection, or you need to not be connected, right? So for example, if you lay on your back and you just put your legs together straight up, yeah, flat on the ground. You're gonna give me your arm and you're gonna pack your shoulder, right? And really squeeze everything tight. So everything is tight, tight, tight. See how she comes off the ground one piece? Because everything is connected. So it's a really easy way to understand connection. Because your body is full of so much tension, if I pull on it, I move the whole body. Now, I'm gonna do the opposite. I want like a wet noodle. Relax your legs, they can be a little further apart, whatever you want to do, okay? You see the difference? It sucks and it sucks for me, okay? It's much harder to move you. So when I'm in your guard and I'm like this and my arm is super stiff and I'm like pushing and I'm gonna work like this. When you grab my arm, if you break that grip and you pull, right? Man, I go flying. It's the whole body is tight, right? So anything you do to this arm is connected, right? Connected with tension through my whole body. You'll move my whole body. If I'm here, my arm is floating, and I just, it's like grabbing a piece of spaghetti, right? And if I feel like I'm going a bit too forward, I'm just gonna pull back from my shoulder, but I'm gonna keep my arm like a piece of spaghetti. So I don't care what you do to it. The second that I do this, keep pulling, as soon as I flex my bicep, I fell. Because as soon as I flexed my bicep, I put the tension in, I connected through to the rest of my body, and it was easy to move, right? So it's one of the most important things that we can learn in Jiu-Jitsu, but in order to learn how to be selectively tight and how to disassociate certain parts of the body, when you're practicing, you can't go so hard. You'll have to start like at 0 to 0.5. Give your partner a little bit. And when I say pull on them a little, see if they're successful at their level with using the technique. If they're successful, a little bit. But that doesn't mean go up by 3, go up by 0.5, okay? And then you'll see where they break down. Where they break down, go back a little bit, let them be successful again, and dial it up slow and slow and slow. The awesome thing about Jiu-Jitsu and why people, I think, loved it so much is because beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know when it works, it works. So people are like, yeah, Jiu-Jitsu is 100% resistance. We try to stop the other person's trying to stop us, and then, you know, if I get the technique, I know it works. Yes, but you don't start there. If you start doing 100% resistance, no one learns anything, okay? So it's very counterproductive. You have to start by being a good partner, and if it comes to learning connection, connection is about feeling. Anything about feeling, you have to go slow and you have to be relaxed. If you're not relaxed, you won't have the sensitivity for the drill. Make sense? All right, let's go. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to the next